sorrow has unexpectedly touched the heart of the gospel music world, with the heartbreaking news concerning beloved singer Guy Penrod and his family. Fans who have followed his inspiring journey over the years were left deeply moved when his wife, Angie Clark Penrod, released a heartfelt and candid statement about a profoundly painful period in their lives. The man whose powerful and soulful voice has brought comfort to millions around the world is now facing one of the most difficult seasons of his own life. For decades, his music has been a beacon of light and unwavering faith, a reminder that even in the darkest valleys, God's love finds a way to shine through. Yet today, the same man who has long offered hope to others now finds himself in need of the very strength and comfort that his songs have gifted to countless hearts. Angie's words, though sparing in specifics, were laden with raw emotion and unflinching honesty. They revealed that their family is navigating a storm that has tested their courage, challenged their faith, and demanded resilience they never imagined needing. Her tone alone conveyed volumes, an unmistakable mixture of heartache, strength, and steadfast faith. This is a time of profound pain, yet it is also a time of unyielding trust in God's guidance. The news hit hard, especially for those who have leaned on Guy's music during their own moments of grief and uncertainty. For these fans, this is not merely a story about a celebrity. It feels intensely personal, as if a close friend who has been a constant source of light and encouragement is now hurting deeply. The bond between Guy Penrod and his fans runs incredibly deep. His music, his voice, and his presence have offered peace and healing to so many, serving as a lifeline for those who felt lost or alone. The outpouring of support from fans in response to this news is a testament to the profound impact Guy has had on their lives. Those who once drew strength from his songs now wish to return that comfort to him and his family, creating a beautiful cycle of love and faith woven through every note and lyric he has shared. His music has long been a sanctuary, a place where people found solace and hope, and now, that same love and faith is coming full circle, surrounding him and his family with prayers, encouragement, and care. To truly appreciate the depth of this moment, one must remember who Guy Penrod is and the monumental influence he has had over the years. With his signature long silver hair, kind eyes, and warm, gentle smile, he has always stood out, not just for his appearance, but for the profound sense of peace, humility, and kindness he radiates. Guy rose to prominence as the lead vocalist of the Gaither Vocal Band, one of gospel music's most beloved groups. His strong yet tender voice quickly became synonymous with faith, hope, and comfort, and through countless performances, he shared powerful messages about love, trust in God, and the promise of hope. Even after leaving the Gaither Vocal Band, Guy built a remarkable solo career, touching the lives of millions more with albums like Breathe Deep and collections of cherished hymns. His music has graced weddings, funerals, church gatherings, and quiet, reflective nights, always carrying the intention of ministering and comforting rather than seeking fame. And now, as he faces this painful chapter, countless fans feel an irresistible call to give back the same care and comfort he has given them throughout the years. For a man who has devoted his life to spreading faith and hope, it is now his turn to receive the prayers, love, and support of those whose lives have been blessed by his ministry. Angie Clark Penrod, Guy's devoted wife, spoke with heartbreaking honesty about their struggle. She described it as the hardest season of our lives, words that immediately resonated with fans worldwide. Her message conveyed the weight of their journey, acknowledging the tests to their faith, yet it was equally clear that their hope in God remains firm and unwavering. She gently asked for understanding, privacy, and above all, prayers. Angie reminded the world that while Guy has long lifted others with his songs, he now needs the very support and encouragement he has spent a lifetime giving. Her candidness made the situation deeply human and intensely real, and fans were touched not only by the gravity of their struggle but by the courage and faith Angie displayed throughout. The response to Angie's message was immediate and overwhelming. Thousands of fans around the globe shared prayers, encouragement, and messages of solidarity. Churches organized special prayer services, Social media overflowed with memories and tributes to the comfort his music has brought, and countless individuals reflected on the ways Guy's songs have lifted them in their own times of sorrow and struggle. The outpouring of love demonstrates the profound effect Guy has had on lives over the decades and highlights the enduring strength of the gospel community. When one person suffers, the community comes together to support, pray, and care, turning moments of pain into living examples of faith in action. This season, though heavy with sorrow, is also a testimony of love, resilience, and enduring faith. Guy Penrod's career, spanning over 3 decades, has been much more than entertainment. It has been a ministry. His sincerity, humility, and unwavering dedication shine through every performance. And songs like Because He Lives, Knowing You'll Be There, and The Old Rugged Cross have offered hope and comfort to countless hearts. Beyond his music, Guy is admired for his integrity, devotion to his family, and deep kindness. A man whose life reflects the very values he sings about. Angie, too, has been a steadfast source of strength and encouragement throughout their journey. Her quiet faith, unwavering support, and courage in the face of unimaginable pain remind everyone that faith does not shield us from storms, but it provides the endurance and hope to walk through them. Together, Guy and Angie's story is a profound example of living faith, demonstrating that even those who inspire others most are not immune to life's trials. The Penrod family's situation is a living testament to the power of faith and love. Through prayers, empathy, and the outpouring of support from fans and fellow believers, their story has become a unifying call to hope, compassion, and unwavering trust in God's plan. While the news began as a moment of sorrow, it has blossomed into an inspiring demonstration of faith, resilience, and community. Guy's life and music continue to carry the same message he has shared for decades. God's love never fails. And now, as he walks his own valley, that message resonates more powerfully than ever, touching hearts around the world and proving that even in the darkest moments, faith, love, and hope endure. Through this challenging season, Guy and Angie Penrod have shown the world the profound strength of living faith. Their vulnerability invites empathy, connection, and unity, creating a circle of hope that grows stronger every day. Guy's songs about trust, courage, and God's love are no longer simply words sung from the stage. They are a lived reality, a testament to the power of faith in action. And as fans continue to lift the Penrods in prayer, the story of their life and ministry becomes more than a tale of sorrow. It becomes a radiant example of hope, compassion, and enduring faith that inspires all who hear it. Her courage in the face of personal pain has resonated deeply with countless people. Often, the public assumes that figures like Guy Penrod have everything perfectly together. After all, they have fame, music, family, and what seems like the ideal life. Yet Angie's message reminds us that behind every smile, every flawless performance, and every joyful family photo, there are real, human struggles. These struggles are not a weakness, they are a part of being human. It is through her raw honesty, combined with Guy's steady strength, that they invite others to meet them in their suffering, showing that vulnerability does not isolate us, but instead connects us to one another. In these very real and raw spaces of life, faith becomes a lifeline. The worldwide outpouring of love, prayer, and support for the Penrods has been nothing short of awe-inspiring. Communities of prayer have risen across the globe, lifting them up and surrounding them with compassion. It is as if the message of love that Guy has long shared through his music has come full circle, returning to him and his family multiplied. Fans who once sat quietly in church pews listening to Guy sing about God's enduring love are now actively praying for that same love to protect and strengthen him and his loved ones. The gospel community has rallied, sharing cherished memories of concerts, songs that brought comfort in grief, and personal stories of how Guy's music touched their lives. In this time of sorrow, the Penrods are experiencing firsthand the remarkable power of community and the tangible presence of God's people. Guy Penrod's legacy, built over decades of faithful ministry, continues to serve as an enduring example of how music and faith can transform lives. Yet his story is far from finished. Facing profound personal trials can understandably bring despair, but even amid suffering, there is an undeniable beauty in how God works. The journey that Guy and Angie are navigating now will stand as a living message of hope, transcending their immediate circumstances. Their faith, their story, and their legacy serve as a testament that God remains in control, even when life feels chaotic. Through their music, honesty, and willingness to stand for others, they have left an indelible mark on all who have experienced their ministry. Through love, expressed in song, in words, and in action, people find the strength to endure, to carry on, and even to find joy in the most challenging moments. As Guy faces this difficult season with Angie as his anchor, the world continues to watch, to pray, and to draw inspiration. Guy's voice will forever carry the message of God's grace and mercy, no matter where life takes him. The gospel's power lies not only in the songs sung, but in the way we live, support one another, and cling to hope even in darkness. Through Guy and Angie's steadfastness, we are reminded that love never fails, and faith remains unshakable. The world may see Guy Penrod as simply a singer, but those who truly understand him know he is much more: a devoted husband, a loving father, a man of deep conviction, and a faithful servant of God. His songs will continue to inspire, Angie's strength will continue to encourage, and their story will forever stand as proof of God's unwavering grace in times of trial. Even when the music pauses, the message of hope and faith continues to resonate in every heart touched by Guy's voice. To truly understand Guy Penrod, one must look beyond the stage lights and music albums to the man himself, a man deeply rooted in faith, family, and humility. Born in Abilene, Texas, and raised in a Christian home, Guy's childhood was filled with gospel music and daily prayer. From a young age, his love for music was evident. Singing in church brought him profound joy, a joy that grew into something extraordinary over time. His voice, rich, deep, and overflowing with emotion, has carried messages of hope to millions. Even before fame, those closest to him described him as down-to-earth, kind, and always willing to help others. Joining the Gaither Vocal Band marked a turning point in his life, launching not just a successful career but a ministry that would touch hearts globally. On stage, Guy was not merely a performer, he was a messenger. Each song he sang communicated his deep-seated faith and belief in God's power to heal even the most profound wounds. That authenticity is why his music connects so powerfully with listeners. He does not just sing words, he pours his heart, faith, and life experiences into every note. Guy's era with the Gaither Vocal Band is celebrated as one of gospel music's finest. His powerful vocals blended seamlessly with the group's harmonies, producing timeless performances that continue to inspire. Classics like Yes, I Know He Touched Me and Sinners Saved by Grace remain beloved across generations. On stage, his magnetic presence, long hair, humble smile, and genuine spirit captivated audiences, but at the heart of it all was a devotion to serving God through music. His concerts were more than entertainment. They were emotional worship gatherings. When Guy launched his solo career, fans followed eagerly. His first album, Breathe Deep, 2010, showcased his versatility, blending country, gospel, and inspirational styles while delivering his signature message: love and faith are the foundations of life. Subsequent albums featuring hymns and worship songs became fan favorites, earning awards and accolades. Yet despite all success, Guy has remained remarkably humble, attributing everything to God and viewing his career not as fame, but as a sacred calling to touch hearts and draw people closer to faith. Away from the spotlight, Guy Penrod is known for his simplicity and moral integrity. Married to Angie Clark Penrod for many years, they have built a family grounded in love and faith, raising 8 children. For Guy, being a husband and father is his greatest blessing and most important role. Even amid a demanding touring schedule, family always comes first. Friends describe him as compassionate, gentle, and wise, a man who leads quietly by example. He finds peace working on the family farm, living simply in a way that reflects his values. His ability to balance public ministry and private life is a major reason for the respect and admiration he commands. It is this combination of faith, humility, and character that makes the news of his current struggles so deeply affecting. As the world continues to pray for Guy and his family, his legacy grows stronger. He has become more than a gospel singer. He embodies resilience, faith, and hope. Every performance has reminded audiences that life's greatest strength comes from trusting God. His music has brought healing to the broken, courage to the fearful, and peace to the lost. Even as he walks through his own dark valley, his life remains a profound testament to perseverance. The impact of his journey cannot be measured in awards or sales, but in the countless lives changed by his words and melodies. Through it all, Guy has never forgotten the source of his blessings. As he and Angie face their challenges, their story reminds everyone that God's love never fails and that light always finds a way, even in darkness. Fans lifting them in prayer are also reminded of the enduring power of music. Guy's gospel songs carry a timeless message of hope and encouragement that transcends circumstance. Even in adversity, his music inspires, comforts, and offers peace to the weary, leaving a living legacy that touches hearts across generations. Ultimately, what defines Guy Penrod is not fame or fortune, but his heart, a heart devoted to ministering, comforting, and leading with grace. In this season of hardship, the love and prayers surrounding him and his family help them navigate the storm with the same faith and strength that have defined their journey. While the music may pause, the message endures, echoing in the hearts of all touched by Guy's ministry, a ministry rooted in love, hope, and the unyielding power of faith. Even in the midst of adversity, Guy and Angie's journey is a testament to the enduring power of partnership, faith, and resilience. Angie has stood unwaveringly by Guy's side, offering strength, guidance, and love that serve as an anchor in the storm. Her steadfast support demonstrates that true courage is not only found in public acts of heroism, but also in the quiet, consistent presence one gives to loved ones during their most difficult moments. Together, they model how vulnerability and openness can transform personal pain into a source of connection and inspiration for others. Throughout their lives, the Penrods have shown that faith is not simply a concept to be spoken about. It is a daily practice, a lens through which every choice and action is filtered. Their home, once a private sanctuary of calm and intimacy, has often become a focal point for public interest, a place where fans and admirers long to catch a glimpse of the life behind the music. Despite this attention, Angie and Guy have remained committed to protecting their children from the harsh glare of public scrutiny. They have made intentional choices to safeguard the innocence and privacy of their family, demonstrating that love and protection often require difficult boundaries in the face of a curious and sometimes intrusive world. Guy's life has always been defined by a balance of extraordinary talent and grounded humility. Born and raised in Abilene, Texas, in a Christian home, his earliest memories are filled with gospel music and prayer. These formative experiences shaped not only his voice, but his heart, instilling a devotion to serving others and sharing God's message through song. Singing in church as a child, he discovered the joy and purpose that music could bring, not just as entertainment, but as a vehicle for hope, healing, and transformation. That foundation guided every step of his journey, from his rise with the Gaither Vocal Band to his later solo career, anchoring him in values that never wavered even as his fame grew. His time with the Gaither Vocal Band was transformative, both professionally and spiritually. As a member of the group, Guy's voice soared alongside harmonies that have become timeless classics, touching hearts across generations. Every note he sang conveyed not just skill, but an authenticity rooted in faith, compassion, and personal experience. Even as audiences were captivated by his stage presence, the long hair, warm smile, and approachable demeanor, what truly resonated was the depth of his heart, the sincerity of his worship, and the sense that he was sharing something profoundly real and human. When he embarked on a solo career, Guy brought the same passion and integrity to every project. Albums like Breathe Deep showcased his versatility and ability to blend gospel, country, and inspirational music, while consistently delivering the message that love and faith are the foundations of life. Each song was not only a performance, but a reflection of his personal journey, a narrative of hope, resilience, and devotion that listeners could carry into their own lives. Even as he achieved widespread acclaim, he remained fiercely humble, attributing every success to God and viewing his career as a sacred calling rather than mere fame. Away from the stage, Guy's life has been marked by simplicity, moral integrity, and an unwavering commitment to family. His marriage to Angie Clark Penrod has been a source of profound joy and strength, and together they have raised 8 children grounded in love, faith, and values that mirror their own. Friends and colleagues describe Guy as compassionate, wise, and gentle, a man who leads by example rather than words, who finds fulfillment in the small, meaningful moments of everyday life. His connection to the land, the family farm, and a lifestyle rooted in humility reflect a man whose character and principles remain intact despite fame and accolades. Now, as Guy and Angie face a season of intense personal trials, the world has witnessed the depth of their courage, faith, and resilience.